Oh, good idea.
Hmm. Okay. It's interesting. Showing your streaming audio and a video. You're live streaming. We are right now. But this is saying that we don't see anything. Why don't we see anything? Why would we not see anything?
Oh.
Oh, look, there's me. Hold on. Oop,
Oh, sure. It was working. I saw my,
right here it was working?
it was a minute ago.
Give it a second.
Because on the
There's
YouTube
a
channel,
On the YouTube channel.
on the YouTube channel, on your phone, do you see this on your phone?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. If that's on your phone, that's good. Do you want to adjust it?
Yep.
Isn't there a way we can adjust it through this? I know that there's.
Used. But you gotta tell me where.
I can't
After about
see it.
Yeah, 60-second
I see
delay.
right.
That's got to be better than where we were.
A little down.
That's interesting. So that's the OBS
Mrs. Kager.
virtual camera.
You're staying out of that.
Think that'll work.
So I wonder why it's not showing up on our big screen though. That should show up on there.
I'm not sure, but it is out on the.
We've never had it not show up like this. It's working on YouTube for sure.
Well, good evening. We'll call this meeting to order. Roll call. Bazansky.
Here.
Bernard. Here. Savitz.
Here.
Kager.
Here.
And Burns is absent, excused. All right, seating of alternates. We do have a spot open. Do we recall who did it last?
It's been a long time. They're saying there's no pictures or video.
Really? Have them going again. I'm seeing us.
Are you hearing it?
Says there's 5 people watching. Oh no, I don't see the video on mine. What in the world is going on with that?
And I'm seeing it and not hearing.
Man, I know something's wrong with this.
You want to do a reboot?
I can.
Seeing us.
Just don't see why the video here works if I put it on the laptop. Says there's 5 people watching.
Here.
Let me see. Well, what's up with that? That's not the right one. Whatever. It's working. It's going on.
And I.
There we go.
On the TV.
Are we? No, I think that was Nate's phone.
Yeah, sorry. That was me testing here.
Perfect. Okay.
Township.
Mr. Lee, are you getting a good solid report now?
I think it'll come through. Yeah.
Oh.
By the way.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. So seating of alternates. Thank you. I can't remember who did it wrong. As I look up. Would one like to volunteer? I know you're both here. All right, then. Well, I recommend that we seat Emery close, but it does require an approval of the board.
I'll support that motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Close. And please have the record reflect that Mr. Moore is in the audience. All right, on to the pledge.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Seeking a motion to approve the meeting agenda with the modification of 12A and B moved to position 7, so right above position 7.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting agenda with modifications of 12A and 12B moved to position 7.
I will support.
Okay, motion made, supported. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. Approval of the August 20th, 2000, please correct on the agenda, 25 zoning board of appeals meeting minutes. That was my error.
I have one correction. On the first page, under all the public comments, and then it says business, and it should be old business or unfinished business, whichever. I think on today's,
I think it's
it's called unfinished. Okay.
Hey. There's a motion to accept as modified by Kager, including unfinished business. Do we have a second?
I second that.
Okay. Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, on to the business of approval of zoning board of appeals bylaw changes. They're back at after tab 12 and 9, the orange tab. And these were shared with the package for the group, and I'm recommending the modifications to be consistent with the newly adopted board policies, and then clarification. So if you go to page 2, as far as training, it would be approved by the township board, since it appears that any training expenses end up receiving board approval instead of supervisor approval. On page 3, for clarification, under F sub C, a quorum of 3, and then the keyword is regular ZBA members shall be present. That issue presented itself over the past year, and then pointed specifically to the Michigan statute that states that, so we're consistent as well. That way for future groups, it doesn't leave them wondering. Page 4, under G, modifying it from section to sections regarding the public comments. Because as we get further down, it'll explain that the township board has put in a new procedure that allows 2 public comments at the meetings. So it's to get our language consistent. And then you'll see the order of business with a number of alterations, and that's allowing for that public comment to occur at the appropriate locations, and then the numbering changes that ensues as all this stuff. Right. One of the worst voices to hear is your own.
Looks great.
Was scary.
I just have a question about, what about a question about? My question really was, is this just so it conforms to the township board? My opinion is, and it's strictly an opinion, it's better to make a decision right after we have finished discussing, instead of discussing every single thing that comes before us and then going back to make decisions.
That's a very good point.
Everything's fresh in your mind.
Yeah.
I understand. Let me see. Oh. Here's the policies, which one it is, we question.
I can speak to the reason for the change if we'd like to.
Sure, please.
So the board decided to have it after the second public comment because there were so many people that said that they didn't know what the board was gonna discuss. So there was an opportunity for them to comment on that during the first public comment. Having heard the discussion, they then wanted to comment on it before the decisions were made. That's good. That was
That
the
makes sense.
reason that the board made it.
That's for the people,
Okay,
and that's important.
makes sense.
Yep, then they have
Okay,
public comment should be provided at 2 designated times during each meeting, beginning and prior to action items on the agenda.
Mhm.
These rules apply to public comment periods in any special or regular meeting or any portion of a public hearing where public comment is required or designated public comment. Okay,
okay.
you're okay? Okay. So those are the proposed modifications to the bylaws. So is there a motion to accept?
I make a motion to accept the modification to the bylaws as presented.
Okay. Motion by Close,
I'll second that.
seconded by Pazanski. Any discussion? Okay. How about we do roll call since it affects bylaws?
Okay.
So Pazanski,
Yes.
Close,
Yes.
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 Hager and Zavit, sorry, I didn't have your name, and then Bernard goes last, and yes, so motion carries. Modification of agenda. As a result of those bylaw changes,
Now we change our agenda.
and I'd like us to modify the agenda, that way we are consistent with the bylaws and procedures established by the board. See, that's done. I recommend that we eliminate 12A number 5. We'll add it back in a second. So
12A number 5.
I'm sorry. Under my modified ones, yes. 10A number
Hmm.
5.
Okay. Be a discussion and action.
We add public comments above number 11.
This is 10B.
I think it would actually renumber to
Okay.
11.
All right, 11.
Let's see, we removed A and B already. And then under 12, we add ZBA discussion and action for considering a dimensional requirement variance for parcel 017-014-000-2900-00, which is 3710 Barnes Road, Millington, Michigan. But that would put the discussion and decision under new business.
Okay.
Sounds good.
He's got all this straight.
And then, because I didn't include it in the agenda, we need to have elections.
I was gonna ask about that.
So we need to do that. I recommend that we put that before position 7 as well.
So we're at number 7. We're in elections.
But we need a motion to modify the
Sure.
agenda.
A motion to modify the agenda as presented.
Motion by Zavitz,
I'll second it.
second by Close. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Great. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Moving on to elections. So we have chair, vice chair, and secretary. Seeking nominations.
I'll nominate Robert Bernard for chair.
I'll second it.
Well, that was quick. All right. Motion by Pizanski, seconded by Close. Any discussion? All right, roll call. Kager,
Yes.
Savage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pizanski. And Bernard, yes. For the position of vice chair, I'd like to pay this one back. Pizanski, I'd love to have that as a vice.
I support that.
So Bernard and Zavitz. All right, motion by Bernard, seconded by Zavitz. Any discussion? Okay, well, we'll do a roll call on that. Trying a different order. Zavitz, Close.
Yes.
Kager,
Yes.
Pizanski,
Yes.
and Bernard, yes. Okay. And secretary.
Please.
May I speak first, make a comment?
No. Please.
I have been on this commission for 19 years, 2007. When I was first on it, they told me that the newest member of the commission was always the secretary. So I had to be the secretary. And I have been the secretary for 19 years.
So
Hi, John.
I just wondered to.
Yeah. Go for 20. Bravo.
And our bylaws don't reflect that policy, so therefore I nominate Kager.
I know it was not a policy. I know they just wanted to get the job done by somebody else.
Railroad.
Yeah.
You do wonderful. Okay, so Bernard and seconded by Zavitz. Any discussion? Okay, no, we'll do a roll call. Close.
Yes.
Zansky,
Yes.
Zavitz.
Yes.
Kager,
Yes.
and Bernard, yes. Motion carries, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you all. Okay, moving on to zoning administrators report.
I have no reports.
Okay.
For this.
All right, on to the Millington Township policy for public comment, which is located up on the wall. But the easiest parts of it are that it allows 3 minutes per person. You may speak at this public comment and at any subsequent public comments.
But it can't be on, may I interrupt?
Yes, please.
But it is not on the same subject each, it has to be on different subjects each time.
Yep, on different subjects each time. And tonight, there's actually 3 public comments built into the evening. We have public comment about the general meeting, then we have a special hearing and there's public comment there. And then for decision there's public comment, which we're following the Michigan statute in that process, and then the township requirement of June. So for general business public comment, are there any? Done. Okay. And then can we please have everyone sign it? If you are so willing. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right, moving on to noticed public hearings. So we are actually, we'd like to close our regular meeting. I'd like to make a motion, we close the regular meeting and open the special hearing. Did I do that correct, Mr. Chair? Okay, thank you. Any discussion?
No, I'm sorry. Scribble. Okay, so then we have to make another motion to open the special.
Okay, so motion.
I will make that motion.
Well, let's vote on the first one. So motion to close. Discussion complete. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Motion to open the special notice public hearing, which is to consider a dimensional requirement variance for parcel number 017-014-000-2900-003710 Barnes Road, Millington, Michigan. So it's to open that meeting was the motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Sure. Mr. Zavitz, as you are newly appointed, did you complete the training from the bylaws?
I went to training and the property right now. We trained other than the conference I took, and,
Do you have a different email address for machines? Oh,
no, I got your email.
You did, okay.
I didn't get one about training though.
It would have gone out Monday. Okay. So under DA, all new members or alternates of the CCA shall be required to complete training in the basic procedures, functions, and duties of the CDA member prior to serving at an appeal meeting. May be attended in person or online. And shall be approved by the chairperson of the ZBA. Were you able to complete that this week?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to.
Okay.
You guys were running up here too.
Yeah, and I have an alternate. First meeting back. Anticipate
When was the
that.
last training? 10-11.
Here, when I went with you,
Oh. Okay, that wouldn't qualify. So what would have been the training before that? You went to the one in Frankenmuth. You were
yeah,
at the zoning.
I went to the zoning board,
Is
the
that last
appeals and the
October?
planning commission, that was in
I
October.
think that was last October.
Yeah,
So would that fall under your parameters or no, Mr. Chairman?
Oh, is that a specific one?
yeah,
It
it
was
was for
basic
ZBA for,
Procedures, functions, and duties of the ZBA. So
it includes,
Then I don't know.
it included the planning commission. Roles and duties of the planning commission of the ZBA.
It kind of lumped the ZBA and the planning commissions into training sessions like the one we had the other day.
Mhm.
Does it count?
I would think it would count.
Would the group concur?
What's our yearly training, right, at the MTA?
And it's not like it was 10 years ago. It's October.
Right.
Yeah, just send them along again.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, okay.
So now we'll do a refresher. Since it's October.
How about just to make it clear in the minutes,
Mhm.
if we can have a motion to consider the October Planning Commission and ZBA training in Frankenmuth satisfy the requirement for new members as.
I will make a motion to accept the MTA training in October in Frankenmuth as a prerequisite for being on the zoning board of appeals.
I second.
Motion by Kager. Second by Bazansky. Roll call, just in case anything's ever appealed, Close.
Yes.
Bazansky,
Yes.
Kager,
Yes,
Zevitz, and Bernard, yes. Okay, that carries. All right, now continuing on. So we don't need to see any alternates. Presentation by petitioner or designee. So are the Johnsons here? Yeah. Okay, welcome.
All right. I'm just wanting to ask for a variance of 10 feet, that's the fact that a new building now was put in. So it's getting put. And finding out that I was in violation of 10 feet. It's a 20-foot setback. And when my building was built in 70 or 97, it was a 10-foot setback. Well, I called Carol on it because I have other properties that they said I was 100% agriculture, I didn't need a permit, so I did not come to the township for a permit. Well, then I found out I did need a permit and put one in and found out that now it's a 20-foot setback. Well, I'm already about 15 grand into the building erect. And it's 10 feet in violation. And it's in line with the building that was put in 97. If you see the pictures,
Which are both the section public, they're accepted on public comments in the. Go ahead, sir.
Well, my builder says that it's gonna cost around 8 to 12 grand to move that 10 feet. That's very hardship for us, so I don't even know what we're gonna do, so that's why I'm at for the grand.
Okay. Are there any questions for,
I have a question.
yes,
How did you find out you needed the permit? You said you called Tuscaloosa County first. They said that you were agriculture, so you didn't need it. Then you said you found out that you needed it. How did you find out that you needed it?
The township called.
The township did. Tammy?
There was a complaint that was filed
Oh,
and we were investigating the complaint. And that's when we discovered that it was only 10 feet instead of 20 feet.
I see.
anything else to share or any other questions?
Well,
Not right now.
Okay. All right. Great, well, thank you. Presentation by zoning administrator.
So as you've heard, the applicant Scott Johnson has requested a dimensional variance associated with the addition to an existing accessory structure, which is the pole barn. Located at 3710 Mars Road in the AR Agricultural Residential District. The application materials indicate that a lot line adjustment involving adjoining parcels previously owned by James and Helene Hallett occurred prior to submission of the zoning permit application. The permit application identifies the proposed project as an addition to existing pole barn for storage. The lot line adjustment that took place previously to the petition or to the application, excuse me, provides for the required side setback. But the current placement of the existing pole barn and the proposed addition do not provide the required rear yard setback. Article 12 of the Millington Township zoning ordinance establishes minimum setback requirements within the AR Agricultural Residential District. Article 19 authorizes the zoning board of appeals to consider dimensional variance requests and determine whether practical difficulty exists sufficient to justify release from strict application of the ordinance. Relevant considerations generally include whether strict application of the ordinance creates a practical difficulty, whether the condition is unique to the property, whether the condition is self-created, whether the request represents the minimum variance necessary, and whether the variance would preserve the intent and purpose of the ordinance. The record that's before the ZBA tonight includes the zoning permit application, the survey and lot line adjustment materials that should demonstrate that sideline is sufficient, the correspondence regarding the parcel dimensions and the setback review, photographs and written statements that were submitted by the applicant, and any testimony that is given tonight, including public comments. The applicant has indicated that the existing structure has existed on the property for a number of years. I think he said 97. It has been in this location, and that the addition to that barn is along the existing structure. The project proceeded following the lot line adjustment, which takes care of the side setback. The relocation or the modification of the addition would result in significant expense, and the requested relief is limited to specifically that rear setback issue. The zoning board of appeals should consider the application materials, the survey information, the public comments, and the testimony that is presented tonight at this hearing to determine whether the standards for granting a dimensional variance under Article 19 of the Millington Township zoning ordinance have been satisfied. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope, is anybody?
No.
No? Okay, thank you. All right, public comments regarding the special hearing.
Yes, my name is Michelle Garrett, and the setback that is not in the right spot, if you want to say, is on my property line. I have a problem and have always had a problem with Mr. Jensen. He has cut my fence. He has thrown stuff on my property. He has even come to my house and apologized because he's trespassed, and he has property down the road, and he's like, I owe you an apology because I feel now what it feels like to have people trespass. He even put a gate on his driveway so people couldn't trespass. I've asked him to put my fence back up. He never has done that. It's just been an ongoing issue with him. When I first moved in there 37 years ago, I put no trespassing signs up. His entire family that lived along Barnes Road took my trespassing signs down. I came up here, they said that's a form of trespassing and you can prosecute. I did not. I just re-put the signs back up and informed them to please leave my signs alone. Well, they didn't, they left messages on my answering machine. We don't like to look at your ugly orange signs. Well, I'm sorry, they're orange. That's what color I bought. And so it's been an ongoing issue. He even come to my house one day and said, why don't you take that ugly fence down? It's a cow fence. It's been there since his grandparents have owned it. I said, because that's my property line. And when I'm 90 or 100 and I don't remember where my property line is, I'll know where it's at. And I said, I'll tell you another thing. If I didn't have that property line there, your barn would be on my property. That's how close that other barn was. But I didn't know then that there was a 20-foot setback till I built my own pole barn in 2016 and found out that there was a 20-foot setback. So I had to follow the rules. And I don't understand why he doesn't have to follow the rules. And after Tammy showed up to tell him what the setbacks were, he showed up at my house and my son answered the door and he wanted to know if I hated him that much and he would pay me whatever it took so that he didn't have to build that or move that building. So that's where I'm at with this problem, I guess you want to call it, because it's been ongoing for years and I've never said anything and I'm just done. I'm to the point where I can't do it anymore. It's been an issue after issue after issue. So.
Thank you, thank you.
Do I get to comment?
You said.
Pub, yeah, there is public comment. We want to do our best to avoid personal
I
attacks.
understand.
And we do need to limit them, which that was within the 3 minutes. I looked at the clock on the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Mr.
worry.
Vice Chair, you are
Hey, I got-
absolutely amazing.
I was appointed vice chair. I got to do my job. That's part of my job. You know?
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Other comments?
All right, well, I didn't know about no battle, but. I believe a farmer or a property liner with sharing farm fence lines has to maintain their fence line. If you go to picture 1, I'm the one that put all them fence posts in because hers rotted off the our yard. I got permission from her husband to do that. I never once cut her fence. Her fence is rotted off and followed into all the neighbors' property. And all they're doing is putting it back on hers. Them are all the posts on picture 1 is posts that I put in to support a fence and she would have, I never cut no fence. And on picture 2, you can see them behind that barn. On picture 4, that's her fence that's never been maintained. And that is falling on John's or James. So I don't understand where the problem is on the fences, so. My property line goes down with all brand new fence posts. And you're more than welcome to put a fence there if you want, but her fence is never been maintained. And if you look down number 4, my fence line is completely clean on both sides. On her side, that's 20 feet of broad. So I'm not interfering with any farming. On the east side, the property line, that brush has grown out another 20 feet. The only clean property line is mine. And she says I threw brush on her thing, but I cleaned the fence line. And if you look on 6, that brush is all stacked on my property. I did stack some brush over on her property. So Detroit Edison came in and cut a tree down and left a stump. And I did not want the farmer to hit it with a combine head or whatever. And John Surgeon said that he didn't appreciate that and I removed it. But that stump, I was just trying to let him know there was a stump under there. So I know that there's probably Hayford, and I don't have no of that, but I maintain the fence line, that's all I do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Other comments? None? I'm not aware of us receiving any letters. Other than the report by the property owner. Okay. And if we're completed with that, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing. Or favor, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. I'd like to make a motion to open the regular meeting. Or any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Right. Let's keep me honest, we're dealing with multiple modifications here as far as order of business goes. Unfinished business, there was none. New business. We have ZBA discussion, I'm sorry. We have general meeting public comments. Thank you. Speak up next time. Thank you. No, okay. Now moving on to the new business, which is ZBA discussion and action for considering a dimensional requirement variance for parcel number 017-014-000-2900-00, which is 3710 Barnes Road, Millington, Michigan.
We were, most of us, I think, were at Michigan Township Association training session last week. And at that time, they went over a lot of the procedures for approving or denying land, non-use land variances. And told us that it really is important that we consider a certain set of standards in all of those decisions. And gave us a list, and we all have the list of those standards, the questions that we need to ask, and to make our decisions about based on those standards.
Did you do this?
Mhm.
You created this? I was wondering where this little packet came from.
Out of the book, yes.
Yeah, it's out of an Michigan Township Association book. It's the Township Planning and Zoning Decision Making book. It did not show up very well on the copy.
Well, thank you for making that. It's very helpful. Do we have general discussion? Do we want to go through the standards?
Whatever you think.
Anybody's welcome to speak.
Yeah, I mean, this is just how I view this. I mean, it is obviously it's a problem that he already built the barn, right? I mean, that's not something that we should really take into consideration because that's not on us or the ordinances. But I will say that the existing structure was built in 1997, and if it were my property and my barn and I wanted to build an addition, I surely wouldn't want it to be staggered 20 feet over Um, doesn't have a very big yard either. If you look at the, the aerial map of it. If I were this property owner, I would want to build in line with the existing structure. That's what I would want to do. I probably would have came to the township, tried to get the permit, and then went to the ZBA before I built it. But I'm just saying, we could have heard this appeal before the barn was, I don't know if it's completely or how far along they are, but I can see, why the builder would want to put it there. I mean, they should have known, but that's just my thought on it. If I were the property owner, I would want that to be in line with the existing barn that's been there since 1997. I get that. Um, those are my thoughts.
I would want the same thing. But I would also know that there are ordinances in the township for a reason. And we've got to live with those reasons, those ordinances.
I agree with you both.
Yeah.
I would want it in line. I would, but I would have checked into this before I did anything. And if the gentleman said he went to the county first, I guess I'd be having a discussion with them. Because someone lied to him.
I think it, I think it could be true that the county doesn't require the same building license if it's for agricultural use
Yep.
as what the township requires for zoning. So those are two separate issues, and there could have just been a misunderstanding.
Right, but the whole thing could be avoided if he had applied for a permit first.
Yep.
Just
And
clarify.
found out he shouldn't.
But I think most people think when they go to the county and they ask for a building permit, that's the only permit they need. Most people don't realize that you need a zoning permit in order to build a structure on your property, especially when it deals with agricultural.
We're in this company. Yeah.
Public comment is over, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that gives them a reason, but most people think that I'm agricultural, I don't need, they go there, they're told they don't need a building, and they automatically assume they don't need anything from the zoning.
Can I ask a question
Go ahead.
to the gentleman that has this? Your property where it's at, is that zoned agricultural? I mean, is it through your farm? You said you own other properties. Is it your other property that's a farm or?
It hooks to the other properties that are fine.
This property is AR. if I'm not
AR.
mistaken.
Residential.
Right.
We only have AR in this
Right.
community. We don't just have an ag.
Right, right.
And it's on its own separate parcel.
KR.
That's what I was asking. I mean, from what I'm taking in here, you have the other properties, and one of those is classified as, farming or agriculture.
Purchased Bernice Netler's farm and Hawkins Farm, which connected us through the driveway. And that's where it went, agriculture, probably went residential agriculture. I didn't know about the AR. Cause I did build buildings on the agriculture. And that's what Carol told me.
I'm still a firm believer. I agree with everything everyone has said here. I agree with Elvin. I agree with Ms. Tager. I agree with Nate. Facts are, my feeling is, these are our ordinance, these are our law. If we do not have this, we have, chaos.
Okay. And I, as you all know, I dug into the ordinance. And the property zoned AR based on application and on the zoning map. The rear setback, as we know, is 20 feet based on the current ordinance. I looked back, I only have the 2002 ordinance. I didn't have what was in place when the structure was built. But the 2002 ordinance allowed 10 feet for the setback in all zones except for commercial and industrial. We know that we can grant non-use variances whenever practical difficulty in carrying out the strict letter of the ordinance exists. And then we start going through those one by one, which Ms. Hager has provided to us, is
Mhm.
actually very.
Yes.
And then our ordinance in this match up to MCL 125. Very well. I went through and reviewed the state statute associated with it. The next step that I went into was looking at the fact that the current building is a non-conforming structure. It may have been conforming when it was built, but based on the current ordinance, it is non-conforming. And in 1503A of the ordinance, it states no such non-conforming structure may be enlarged or altered in any way which increases its non-conformity. So going down that path, I even hit a barrier.
Another barrier.
Do we have any general discussion, or do we want to kind of go through the process of the questions?
I think we've covered what we need to cover. With, as far as reasons go, citing the ordinance is. So. I think we can proceed. Unless somebody wants to go through all those questions.
Nope, we're good.
Okay.
For the variance decision though, so we probably want to go through those and at least
Okay.
establish
For,
any rationale.
okay, the first one is this property is subject to exceptional or extraordinary circumstances or conditions that do not apply generally to properties in the same zoning district. Example, exceptional narrowness, shallowness, topographical conditions. So the property is not, from all the photos and
Yeah, not out of shape.
surveys that we've seen, it does not satisfy that
Okay.
standard.
And I would agree. There's nothing unique about the property in that manner. Nope. Any questions, Jill? Need to go take turns, or do you want to keep reading, Ms. Tager?
I'll read.
Okay, I'll take that.
The condition or situation of a specific piece of property for which the variance is sought is not of a general or recurrent nature. Okay, is it possible that this situation commonly occurs or will commonly occur on real properties? And again, the answer to that one is no.
Yeah, standard parcel. Okay.
A variance is necessary for the preservation and enjoyment of a substantial property right, similar to the property rights possessed by other properties in the same zoning district and vicinity.
I would say
And
no.
again, no. A variance will not be, number 4 is, a variance will not be significantly detrimental to adjacent property and the surrounding neighborhood. My question to ask is, if this variance is granted, will there be any harmful effects on the next door properties or the neighborhood?
Other than it's not respecting your setbacks.
Setbacks.
Resale.
It is detrimental to the adjacent property. Of all the things, it's not a huge detriment. I
Right.
concur with that.
Well, that is the adjacent property owners' right to go by the ordinances. So,
So it is. Detriment.
yeah, yes and no.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's detrimental
Right,
to
right,
the
that's-
neighboring
that's
property owner.
right.
There's already a barn that's been there for 30 years. It was built in 1997 with a 10-foot setback. Like you can't say it's detrimental.
Yep.
Magnifies the issue. Instead of one barn, it's two barns. We can agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, and I guess I'm personally gonna say under my perspective, it's not satisfied because of the property rights of adjacent properties. There's not a ravine or something prohibiting them from building just as close, and not providing them an variance would be quite unfair and unreasonable as well. Okay, and so as a group that may be subjective on that one, okay?
All right, a variance will not impair the intent and purpose of the zoning ordinance requirement that is the subject of the variance request.
I think it will apparently.
I think it would impair because people will turn around and say, hey, he got a variance to build 10 feet shorter than he should. Why can't I?
Without a pie-shaped piece of land where it's sitting on
Yeah,
a
that's,
goofy corner or something.
that's a different story.
I agree. I think if it's not satisfied.
And the last one is the practical difficulty was not self-created by any affirmative action by the applicant.
Oh,
I believe this was so created.
yeah. Eric was out to him, so I don't think it was
Yep.
with intent at all,
Mhm.
which. But it certainly was self-created. Okay. Anything else for discussion?
Mhm.
All right, would we, is there a motion?
I move to reject. Is that the right word?
I think deny.
Deny the variance requested for property number 017-014-000-2900-003710 Barnes Road, based on the standards for non-use variances, which I will attach.
Will be part of the easements, okay? There's a motion. So we have a second.
I'll second that.
Motion by Kager, seconded by Close. Any discussion? Okay,
Not an easy thing to do.
no. All right, well, let's do a roll call. Let's go my right to left, so Kager,
Aye. Yes.
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 and yes. Okay, the application has been denied. We will get this signed and filed. It should be by the end of this week. That way you'll have access to the decision here in the office. Okay. On to ZBA member comments, including any training updates for the secretary to report.
They did mention that there will be another training session in Frenchman's in August. Dealing with hot topics.
Can we go to 2 in 1 year? Because might not be a bad idea.
I would hope
You wanna
so.
sit with us?
Yeah, I'm gonna get there earlier so I can sit with you.
Yeah, that looked quite interesting to me.
Yeah, it was very
Do
interesting.
you know the date on them?
No, I do not, Alvin, but I don't have your email. Give it to me, please. I don't think I did. Pardon? Sorry. Okay. So I'll let you know.
And it was in the month of August, right?
Mhm.
Let's see if I recorded it. This will be what I'm.
It wasn't one. It was one.
Oh, yeah, the next meeting.
Oh. Oh. Charles still stuck on the ring.
I don't have it recorded. We went out week of the 5th. That's the summer festival.
Oh my God.
Okay. Mr. Close? Any comments?
I went to some training.
And Pizanski went to training as well.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, and I will record that in a minute.
In the minutes, good.
Can we do that online too? That training?
I did.
I don't know.
I'll bet you could because they said they were recording it.
I would talk to Jackie about it.
Oh, that's a good, yeah.
They were recording that for training.
I believe it is an option to do it online. Yeah, check with Jackie, she has our tells to us.
Wonderful. And George, do you have any comments since you're here as an alternate?
Other than that, I missed the training due to work, so that would be my only. Fine or. Yeah.
Understood. Can't make it to all of them. Mr. Zavitz.
I'd like to make a comment on what we just discussed and what we voted on and stuff. So this is the third time that I've been part of that exact same scenario, that 10-foot setback. The last one, which may re-spark your memory and your memory, was a guy came in, she was the zoning administrator at the time. He wanted to rebuild a pole barn on a cement slab that he tore down the existing barn because it was dilapidated. You were part of it too.
Yep, yep.
And he tore it down, came in to get a permit, and it was 10 feet off the property line, and he could not rebuild back on that cement slab. We all voted against him rebuilding that. Now, it's not the exact same scenario, but to me, it's kind of the same scenario because I agree with Nate so hardly. If I was to build a barn, I would want my barn to be in line, not 10
Right,
foot kick back. And then there was another one, I don't remember exactly, but I remember like it was some time ago that it was the same thing. A gentleman come in and he wanted to build his barn. It was 10 foot off the property line and he was told no to.
It was a side property line, if I remember that one right.
But that's like 3 times now we've had since these new setbacks have gone into our ordinances, 20 feet instead of 10 feet. And we've had to tell people no on.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand why we all voted no. I really do. It's in the ordinances. That's what the ordinances spell out. No matter how much I would like to say yes. You know, build your barn in the line. You already started it, build it. I understand that, but it seems to me like maybe there's an issue with our ordinance. Because it's not one instance. Now there's 3 instances
Right.
where multiple members up here felt bad or felt like that there should have been a variance granted, but we're not going to go against our ordinances.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think like maybe this ordinance needs to be looked at and maybe modified. Maybe 10-foot setback or 20-foot setback is too much for a setback off your property line.
Could be.
Because that 20 feet is usable space. Now you got 20 feet behind your barn. That's
Dead.
dead. Were you gonna park a car back there?
Right.
We would prefer you not to.
Right.
Yes.
I just think maybe there's an issue with the ordinance. That's only my opinion. It just seems like there's been 3 of them that I know of that I've had to vote against allowing them to do it. And it seems like there may be an issue with that ordinance. I don't know
Right.
how you guys feel, but
Well, that was in our training, right? I mean, they said if you keep getting a reoccurring
Yep.
appeal, you
Yep.
need to look at
Mhm.
changing the ordinances.
and that is why I'm saying.
Right, here too.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
That would be something for the planning commission to do, but
Yeah, because when I built my house a couple of years ago, it's 20 feet.
Mhm.
No advance, but
Right.
it doesn't matter if the barn, house, anything, it's 20 feet off the property line. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
In my, the only caveat that I have to that is if a neighbor built their house 20 feet off the property
Oh,
line.
man.
And then got the next guy putting that theirs 10 feet off. You have the
Yeah.
close composition of lakefront. Which, I mean, those are on top of each other in many cases.
Mhm.
awful lots out there.
And AR is a challenge, yeah, out there, you couldn't build anything.
Right,
So, okay,
Yep.
Ms.
Alright.
Gator, do you have any comments,
I think I've made them all.
other than you went to training?
Well, here, you could go to training.
And then for mine, I've been to a couple, I did two webinars, local government codes of conduct. By the MSU extension for an hour. Implications of the Open Meetings Act webinar by MSU extension for 1.5 hours. And then the MTA spring conference that others have attended.
Could you email those because I
Absolutely.
read them all. One of the suggestions at the training was that, you know what I'm
I
going
heard
to
it.
say,
Yep.
yeah, that there should be a recording secretary at these meetings
Yeah.
so that the secretary can pay attention to what's going on
Yeah.
while somebody else wrote it.
Yeah. We've got YouTube AI minute taking, so we got a transcription. It's really nice. It's like right on too. I mean, it's
I do use those.
yeah.
But might we want to ask the board to provide a note tape?
We could do that. I think especially in anything that was really contentious and area wide, there was a lot of controversy over. I should, but like for example, like gravel pit, short-term rentals, you know, they are things that get a lot of people going.
Yep.
And that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Things like that.
And the secretary's attention focused on the issue rather
Right.
than writing. Okay, would the ZBA like us to request that of the board? Or like, I guess it's my duty, would you like me to request that of the board?
I think if the situation arises, then I would request it.
Okay, so but not for every meeting then?
No, not, I don't think for every meeting.
Okay. So,
I manage between this and the recording.
so I could ask for some sort of more blanket approval of if we request it.
Right.
That way the funding mechanism is there.
Yeah.
Small amount of. Okay. All right, Recording secretary. All right, that's on my notes.
Okay.
Okay, any other business for the good of the cause?
No. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn by Kazansky, seconded by Zavitz. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Right. I am shutting this down.
That was mine, D.
No.
So it's
Did you get journalist?
I kind of.
Hey, you pulled it off again, Nate.
yeah, we figured it out. Okay, stop streaming. Yes. And meeting.
Yeah, so just on demand.
End it.
Is he still local? What? Still local?
Sir.
I see. Yeah. Alvin. Hi, Alvin.
Knowledge for medical laboratory.
Oh, I think I ended it, but there's a chance we're still live stream. Oh, well, there you go. Force restarting again. Death to the computer. There you go. Click that one.